Hey everybody, it's Keagan here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And today's video, I'm bringing you guys another edition of Keagan's movie reviews. And today we're going to be talking about two films this time, both of which are films that I watched over the previous weekend. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one we're going to be talking about is the 2023 found footage horror film Late Night with the Devil, directed by the Keagan brothers, and was originally first premiered at the South by Southwest Film Festival on March 10th, 2023, but as of recently it's been getting a wide release. Now this one I saw in theaters on Saturday, and this one I've been curious about for a little while, and I saw it and I really enjoyed it. But we'll get to more on that in a little bit. But anyways, let's take a dive into the story of the film and we'll get into my thoughts on it. So, in a nutshell, the story takes place in the late 1970s and it follows a late night television host named Jack Delroy, who, in one broadcast that took place on October 31st, 1977, Halloween, of course, he has two guests come onto the show. One of them's like a magician or something, and then the others are involving like the devil. Like one of them is a survivor of a cult that worships the devil, and they try to perform an exorcism live on television, and then needless to say it goes very, very, very wrong. And without giving away too much of the story, that's basically what the story is about in a nutshell. Now, I really enjoyed it. I surprisingly enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I really liked the set designs. It looked pretty fitting for the time period it took the film is set in, and it's got some pretty good. It's pretty well shot. It's got some good costumes, and it was very well acted too, I will say. And the only thing I didn't like about the movie was the ending. I thought the ending was kind of mediocre, but it didn't really ruin the movie. And while I didn't find the film all that scary, I found it really entertaining. And I know there's a little bit of controversy going on with this movie involving the use of AI, which, yes, there was AI used in the film. However, for a very, very minor part of the film, it was used at the "We'll be right back" transitions in the film, which was basically it. It was only used like a few times, but that was it. Now, I just want to say I am against the use of AI in almost every way, pretty much, especially when it comes to movies. However, in this case, where it was used in a very minor fashion, like just for the transitions, like for the "we'll be right back" part, I guess I'm just going to let it slide for this case. But overall, it didn't really bother me, to be honest. I don't know why people are just going up in arms about it. And it's unfortunate because people are just review bombing on Letterboxd because of the very minor use of AI, which I can sort of understand, but like, come on, people, it's just very minor. Like, it's not like the whole fucking movie was used with AI. And if the whole movie was made using AI, I would have boycotted it. But thankfully, it wasn't. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty solid horror film. Definitely one of the most entertaining horror films in recent memory, and I would definitely be checking it out again. And if you haven't seen Late Night with the Devil, I recommend it. It's a pretty fun film. It's one of the better found footage films that I've seen, and in general, one of the better ones to come out as of recently. But all in all, it was a fun film, and I really enjoyed it. I don't have anything else to add, so I'm just going to give Late Night with the Devil an 8 out of 10. Alright, so the last film we're going to be talking about is a Czech film from the 60s that I watched on Sunday. And this is a film I've actually been curious about for the longest time, and I finally watched it. And that is the 1966 film Daisies, which was directed by Vera Chytilova and was originally released in the Czech Republic on December 30th, 1966. Now, there's quite a bit of history behind this movie. However, I'm not going to cover that in this video, I'm afraid. But there are some other, I'm sure there's other videos on YouTube that could cover the history behind this movie, but you're not going to see that here in this video. But this is a comedy film, and a very bizarre one, I will say, and I'm actually not quite sure how to describe the story of the film. It's pretty hard to explain. And I can tell you that this is not a film for everyone, but if you're someone who likes weird kind of art housey types of films that I do, then you might dig this one. But I haven't even gotten to the story yet. But yeah, let's take a dive into Daisies. Now, the story of the film is kind of a weird one. You got two girls named Marie. One of them has blonde hair and the other one is a brunette. And they learn that the world is spoiled, and then they decide to become spoiled themselves. They rip off older men. They feast at restaurants by ordering lots of food. God, how much that's probably super expensive, I wonder. And they start making mischief, like destroying shit and making messes, especially at this one big banquet kind of place where it's empty because the people haven't showed up to it yet. They were just making a mess. It was like around at the end of the film. And basically there's nothing bad if you're having fun, basically. But what is it all leading up to? Like all their actions. And that's basically the story of the film, as best as I can describe it. Man, this was a pretty bizarre movie. But if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I'm all for weird stuff when it comes to movies. And I think this movie is definitely high on the list of the most bizarre movies I've ever seen. Definitely in my top 5 for sure. But aside from that, it was a really well shot film, and it was really well done with the use of color, and it's pretty impressive for the time for a film that came out during the communist occupation. I mean, the Soviet occupation in Czech back in the days. And it's just a pretty weird movie. I like the music in the film, and surprisingly, the movie's only like 76 minutes long. It's probably the shortest movie that I've reviewed on this series so far. But it's a really interesting film. Like I mentioned before, it's not a film for everybody, but you might like it, you might not. But I personally loved every minute of it. It was, despite not having a clear idea of what the premise is supposed to be about and the meaning for it, I overall really, really enjoyed it. It's definitely a film I'll definitely watch again soon. Yeah. And seeing it for the first time in theaters with no clear idea of what the story was about was quite an interesting experience. And if you have like a little indie theater that could be screening this movie in your area, I would definitely recommend checking it out. Like I mentioned before, it's not for everyone, but I personally loved it. And I think this is now one of my all-time favorite movies, despite only seeing it once. And it definitely won't be the last time I ever see it. But anyways, check it out if you haven't. It's a pretty interesting film, to say the least. And I'm giving Daisies an 8.7 out of 10. Alright, everybody, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed the video, as always, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment below, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share the video with your friends. And part 4 of the James Bond movie review video will be coming out on Monday, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, you guys, that's all I have to say. So until next time, this is Keagan Shepherd signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out. Bye-bye.